welcome to ATS Lifestyle. This is the Bridal Experience series. I'm very excited today because we have my good sister,
Precious. I'm a 2022 bride.
and
Wura, I'm a December 2021 bride.
amazing. And I love you guys' hashtags, okay? So for people who don't know, so they can go and fangirl a little bit, and check it out. What was your hashtag?
Oh, the smack duo.
Period. And you were?
Woo's cup of tea.
Who's cup of tea, and I was meant to be. So
Yeah.
let's talk about how you guys actually chose your hashtag. Wura, did you get inspiration from outside or within?
I'll say a bit of both actually. So we were writing a lot of things down and like just scribbling and like putting things together, and then just that one just stuck out to us and it worked and it was really cute. And also I didn't want any numbers or like dates attached to it, so it worked. Yeah,
I loved it. I thought it was so
thank
cute.
you.
And the smart duo.
Oh, Lord. A lot of research. I think my planners are already giving me like a list of hashtags, and it wasn't just given. I was like, this is not
It's
what I
not
really
vibe.
want.
Yeah.
And it's like giving me the smart experience, the smart wedding. Nope, it wasn't taken. It was like, it didn't describe my personality.
Yeah.
And that of my husband as well. So I was like, okay, we're actually a good duo together. We're a team.
True,
And I was like,
true.
Yeah. And I started researching, and I was like, this makes sense when I started saying it. And then I sent it to him, and I was like, that is it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's cup of tea?
Once you get that confirmation,
Yeah.
done.
That has been done.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so I feel like a lot of people don't really talk about the bridal experience, right? There's a lot that goes into it, from when you're engaged to actually when you get married and say I do. And both of you had your weddings in Nigeria,
Yeah.
in Lagos. So I want to get a bit into the vendor process. So, Precious, how was choosing your vendors? Did you already have preset vendors or people you'd like to work with? Or if not, how did you sort of go about choosing them?
Okay, so the thing is, I had absolutely no idea about the wedding industry or anything. I think my whole thing was, if I see anything I loved on Instagram, I'll just save it. I'm like, yeah, I'll come back to it. And then I had like...
Did you go back to it?
Never. And then I had like a couple of, the trendy designers. Like I had them on lockdown. I was like, okay. I was looking at them. I was like, okay. But then I had this particular designer that I really wanted to work with, because I was like, yes, I feel like she's going to deliver. She's going to get my shape. She's going to... I just knew she was going to deliver, honestly. I didn't know how, but I just knew she was going to do it. So I had like a list of vendors. And then after I had my first meeting with my planners, it changed everything.
Oh,
wow.
Changed, like all the designers that I really wanted to work with changed. I changed everything, because then I was like, okay, I really wanted to work with this makeup artist. And looking back again, doing my, doing my research, I was like,
Maybe
I
not.
think nah.
Maybe not.
So then I had to come up with I already knew who I wanted to get my fabrics from, like for my judge outfits. So I knew that I was going to, switch designers. So then I had one person in particular in mind that I really wanted to work with, and she delivered. She got both my outfits.
And do you feel like that vendor process was stressful, like actually finding who you wanted to use for different things?
Yes, I would say yes. It was very stressful, because then it's like you don't really know the tea
Until you're in it.
Yeah. Just watching from the outside, it's like, yeah, I want to work with this person, but you don't know the
you don't know
process.
them.
You don't know what it should take to get there.
Work with them.
Yes, exactly. So it was very stressful, but luckily for me, I would say that was where my stylist helped.
Okay.
That I would give it to her.
Yeah.
Like, she really helps with, work with this person, don't work with this person. This person I've never worked with, so I know what to respect and things like that. So
amazing. And Wura, I know you also worked with a stylist, because you looked gorgeous.
Thank you.
So talk us through, did you always know you wanted to use a stylist, or how did that process start and end for you?
I think it started from just looking on Instagram. I kind of knew that I wanted to work with this person. Like I knew almost immediately, like, yeah, she's going to style me, she's going to style me. And each time that she styled like a different bride, I was like very impressed, because they don't all look the same. They have like their each individual style, and I wanted someone to just do that for me, but just make me look better with my own style. So that was really good. And then just from picking vendors for me, I think that was actually slightly easy. The only difficulty I had was actually my white wedding venue. The place that we picked actually got cancelled like 4 months in, like 4 months to our wedding. So we actually like had to find a different place, and that was like really, really stressful for me. But all the other vendors were fine. Yeah.
Yeah. And did your parents play a big part in choosing vendors as well?
Yeah. So I kind of just left vendors for like trad.
Left it
To them. Like the trad was for them. Like so I just left it to them. But then the white, we kind of played a big part in that, and yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about managing parents' expectations versus your own expectations. P, did you come into your wedding process kind of being like, okay, we're going to, I understand obviously parents are a big part of the wedding, especially the traditional wedding and all of that, but how much did you think parents were going to influence a lot of the decisions versus you saying, the creative control you'd have wanted for your weddings?
I had to pick my battle.
Yeah.
Initially, in the very beginning, I just went into it like, okay, good, they're going to give me what I want anyway.
Yeah.
Because it's my wedding. I had to realize
It's
not my wedding.
It's their wedding.
Yeah.
And I think after a while, my partner and I just spoke about it, and we said, you know what, let's pick our battles, because it was a whole lot of back and forth, and I want to work with this person. Oh, well, I'm not going to handle this person. I'm not going to pay for this person. You go handle it. And then we just decided, okay, what's that hill that we're going to die on? Let's just focus on that. And for me, I wanted to pick and choose who would, my styles. I didn't want anyone to interfere with that. My makeup, my photographer. I wanted my hair to be on point. And then as long as I had those things for myself, then I wasn't worried.
Yeah.
I didn't get the wedding theme I wanted. I wanted a Winter Wonderland wedding, and I didn't get that. But
elements of it.
Yeah. A bit of it. But it was still dreamy, and that's what I really wanted for my wedding. So yeah,
that's good. And Wura, I know you had a bigger trad and an intimate, smaller white. So how did you manage that with your parents? Because I imagine a lot of people probably, would want to mirror that template as well.
Yeah, so we kind of I discussed with my partner, like, okay, so this is what we're going to do, like having the trad, just give it to them. This is their party, like that's what they're doing. And then try and control the white. And also what we did was, because we knew that the trad was bigger, we decided to have our after party at the trad, because bigger venue just made sense. And then try to control that element of it. But the planning of the trad and everything down to my mom, my parents, and his parents as well. And then for the white, we tried to control how that would look, because that was more us.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's good. Interesting. So a big part of weddings, as you guys would know, is bridesmaids, especially managing brides.
No pressure, sign.
So I want to know, how you thought about, picking your bridesmaids. Did you consider not having ones, and then did they meet your expectations as well?
Okay. How did I go about picking them? I think.
Did you always think you were going to have bridesmaids?
Yes, I just didn't know how many.
Okay.
So how I went about picking them was basically, who do I want to go on this journey with? Who do I feel like is going to be there for me, like during thick and thin. So that's how I picked them, and just who I felt I can't do this without this person. So I ended up having, I even had a bridesman actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Funny enough, yeah. So I had 9 bridesmaids and then 1 bridesman, which is my really, really close friend as well. And then meeting my expectations, I kind of know all their strengths and their weaknesses. So I knew like, okay, this person is really going to be like, okay, packing the money for me. This person is going to get down dirty with me. And I kind of also knew the people that would be, content creators doing all those. I knew their roles, and that's how I managed my expectations. Some of them didn't meet certain things, but then I just also took it down to like a lot of things were happening that day. Like it gets very crazy, and sometimes like people want to rest, relax. Like it's not everything would go according to plan, but all in all, it went well for me.
Good.
Yeah.
Fresh. How were your bridesmaids, and do you feel like they met your expectations?
In the very beginning, And then I felt very alone in the first part of the planning process. I felt really alone. And I was like, I remember I'll always cry and speak to my partner and tell him, look, like, I feel like I'm so alone. I kind of feel like, oh, I felt like this for a long time. And then you're like, oh, why not just talk to them? I'm like, no, you can't just tell them what to do, you know? I'm the type of person to take initiatives. Like, okay, I feel like this person really needs me. And I haven't experienced this before, not even my family, nothing. So I was like, okay, I expected my friends to be hands-on, right? But then a few people came through, like
started like
the very beginning, I had one person by my side, all through, and then two more joined, and then I had one that never left my side at all. Like she really went in. She was amazing. I didn't even expect it, and that's the thing. The friends that you think, okay, they would go over and beyond for you, because I mean, you do the same back, but they didn't. But towards the ending, I would say yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they came in with the vibe.
Yeah.
I think towards the end they start to realize like, okay, this is what we're supposed to be doing. Yeah,
exactly.
like they start to pick it up.
Because I think especially if you're like one of the first people in your friendship group
exactly.
to get married, a lot of people don't
know what to
so
do.
what do you wish that bridesmaids knew? Like for, upcoming brides and upcoming bridesmaids, like what should their role be? Because I always say your plan is to, your role is to serve the bride. And people say, okay, how? So how would you say, bridesmaids should serve their bride throughout the whole process of planning the wedding?
I think they should just try and put themselves in the bride's position and just take initiative. Like anything you can help with, just help. Like don't ask, don't think twice about it, just help. And just realize like you're not really there for pictures, you're there to like serve. Like you need to be selfless in that position, in that role. You need to be really selfless and just do everything that you can to help out the situation. If the bride is already feeling cranky, like she's not supposed to be feeling cranky on that day. Like you need to make her happy. You need to be feeding her. You need to do so many things. You need to just think about it and put yourself in that situation. What would you want someone to do for you in that position, and just do it.
Yeah, Precious, I know that there's some of us that struggle to ask for help.
That's me.
So how should a bridesmaid, your friends, some people want to be told what to do. Other people are just more proactive. But if you're someone who maybe struggles for help, and then you have friends who also are not proactive, like how, what do you think they should do?
Okay, put yourself in a position where you are the one planning the party. Don't look at it like a wedding. Before you get to the point where, let's say today's D-Day, what do you have to do prior? Yeah, like you need to get your shoes, you need to get your manicure done, you need to get your wax done, you need to do this. All of these things. And that's what I would say, put yourself in the shoes. Not even as a bride, but as someone who is planning an event for your own self. And then you know the necessary things to do, and then you ask this bride, your friend, oh, hey, have you done this? What are you doing for your hair? And not just the time, there are the times I'll call you just to get information, just to get the download
the
of
latest.
Everything. Just
the latest.
What's the latest? Okay, have you gotten your dress? Can I see your dress?
Yeah.
Instead of, oh, okay, have you gotten your
like it?
Yeah, do you like your dress? Okay, have you gotten your shoes? Not just asking, have you got it?
Yeah.
Be proactive. Yeah. The action. Just take up the phone. Okay, what are you looking to get? Silver shoes, gold shoes, fish shoes, whatever.
Okay, so now we're going to go into rapid fire responses. So just tell me, what comes to mind, very honestly. Yeah? First look, yes or no?
Yes.
First look.
Definitely.
Yes. Okay. Dance in heels or flats?
Heels, but not high heels, like just 3 inch, 2
Kitten-
inch. Yeah, kitten heels. Yes.
Kitten heels or flats. No, especially because if your feet are not showing, then
Yeah.
Okay. And event planner that plans the whole wedding, or event coordinator?
Event planner.
Event planner.
I think I really love to both.
I
love both.
you do both.
Yeah, I'll do both.
Okay. Splurge on white wedding or splurge on trad?
Splurge on white.
White?
Yes.
Yeah, that was me.
I splurged more white.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Makeup or hair?
Ooh.
Girl,
Makeup.
Makeup. You
Makeup.
spend more on makeup than hair.
Makeup.
both.
I
Both. My hair needs to be lit. My makeup needs to be on point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
fair.
know. What's one thing that surprised you about your wedding? Either like on the
Surprise?
wedding day or like, towards the wedding.
Towards the wedding.
Or like how you felt, how people showed
I think,
up.
I think how I felt after the wedding,
Which was?
I felt very like, oh wow, so it's over now. What are we going to do?
Were you
Like
sad?
no more wedding. Yeah, a little bit. Even though like it was stressful, like planning a wedding, when you're actually at your wedding and like you're building memories with like your friends and your family, that moment is just so precious, and I wanted to really live in that moment a bit more. So yeah, that would be it.
Precious, what's one thing that surprised you?
I think it would be how my trad turned out. I think I enjoyed my trad. I loved how intimate it was. I loved that we had so much fun, even though there wasn't supposed to be anything like a after party, but there was.
Yeah.
And we had so much fun. I didn't expect that we would do a lot. I expected more for the white. Not saying the white wasn't taunt, it was very taunt, but the trad was also taunt as well. So I didn't expect it to turn out that way.
Okay, something I regret is I felt like I spent too much time changing. Like I missed a lot
Your
of,
wedding.
I missed parts of my wedding that I can't really get back. Like I spent too much time, way too much time, because I had maybe 3 looks for my trad. For my white was just 1, which was fine, but I spent too much time changing.
Yeah,
And
that was one thing I was very intentional about. Like I was like, I don't want to spend time changing. Like, me and my
Yeah.
husband were like,
I didn't know how
let's get out of
long.
this changing room. Yeah, because I had to make sure like my hair style
Yeah.
is new, like everybody, even my, changing makeup. And I
Makeup.
was like, just touch up a little bit, like I
And
need
let me
to
go.
be part of my wedding. 'Cause I didn't want
Yeah.
to see pictures and videos and I'd be like, oh, that was nice,
Yeah.
Which vendor stressed you out the most?
Nigerian designers. Nigerian designers will make you cry.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I think we both got our outfits on the week of the wedding. You got your
What? For the wedding, I got my outfit.
That's
my
crazy.
trial
Wedding.
Yeah, I got my trad outfits the week of the wedding. How far away did you get yours?
Maybe a couple of weeks, like
That's
or even
good.
even my white wedding dress, I got it like months before, because what I did was I went shopping, like sample sale, tried on, and then just adjusted it. Like it was very seamless process. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
For me.
My white wedding dress. Shout out to my designer. She brought it down. She shipped it in
Early.
September.
Yeah.
I think, and that's the difference between abroad designers and Nigerian designers.
Yeah, I mean it's pros and
Like-
cons, right? Because I feel like sometimes some people who get it abroad, they may not be able to fit it the way that they want. And then if you then have to then trust someone who did not design the dress to
To do it.
make adjustments, I feel like I would be very like skeptical about
Fair.
it. But you both look gorgeous anyway for the white
Thank
wedding.
you.
What is your advice for future brides? What is one sentence that you would tell yourself if you had to do it again, or for future brides?
Don't stress. Everything will be fine. Don't stress, and smile in your pictures. smile in your pictures, because those pictures are for a
Forever.
lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you say?
Stress. Because I stressed out a lot, and just always have it at the back of your head that you and your partner are a team, and you're not against each other.
Yeah.
For each other.
Yeah.
So a lot of things will come in between, try to make you guys argue a lot. Don't forget that that's your person.
Yeah.
In all of this process, I am to blame, because there's some times I'll forget that. Okay, he's actually my person, and he will remind me. Look here, we're a
We're
team.
together.
Yeah.
We're together in this, and we'll get through it.
Yeah. Do you guys
Yeah.
feel like there's some tension, during the whole wedding process?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of couples go through that.
You have a
period.
few-
yeah.
a few
Even
fights.
managing their parents.
Yeah.
Your parents versus their parents.
Definitely.
Your
Yeah.
expectations, their family expectations. So
Yeah.
I think it's important to remember that. Above
Yeah.
everything in the whole
Above
wedding planning
everything, it's
process,
just and
it's just
yeah,
you guys.
you
It's just
and your
agree.
partner.
Yeah.
It's key.
Yeah.
Okay, and before we wrap up, who managed you? So we had the wedding planner manage your events. We had your stylist manage your outfits. Do you feel like there was someone that managed you, or do you wish that there was someone who actually took care of you you know, made sure that you were good, made sure that you had your massage booked, your nails done, your wax, you know, just made sure that you weren't stressed out and all of that?
Yeah, I think I didn't have one person that did it. I had different people doing different elements of different things. But if I had one person, that would have been really, really helpful, just so that the other people can focus on other things. But yeah, I think that would be really, really useful. It would have been really useful for me if I had one person.
Yeah. Same thing with Wura. I had I would say I had 3 of my friends that managed me in particular, not even any other thing. They just focused on, okay, your shoes, they're on point, your outfit on point, your nails, this, your lash appointment, and all of that. So I had 3 of my friends that were check, check, check. They had a checklist.
Yeah.
And if I had just one person managing me, it would have made me so happy. And yeah, I feel like having that one person that would, you know, go over the entire wedding process, not just you, your events, your planners,
your
bridesmaids and everything. You know, there's that one person to delegate because that person isn't attached to anyone. The person's just there to say, hey, you, A, B, C, do this, right? It's not the bride feeling like, oh, I'm shy, I don't know how to ask.
Yeah.
Once there's that person, okay, I need 5 of her bridesmaids to do this. I don't know who and who.
The person given the instructions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That one person.
Yeah, which is exactly where I think, you know, ATS and what I'm trying to do fits in, being that person who's not afraid to ask ask tough questions, because sometimes you want to say something, you don't want to ruffle a few feathers, or you don't want to ask people for help, or, you know, your parents or your in-laws are going in a different direction, just being able to steer them back and say, it's the wedding for the couple. There's elements that should definitely favor the parents, but it's for the couple, and bringing it back to things and making sure that at the end of the day, you get your dream wedding, you know, by God's grace, it's once in a lifetime. You don't want to remember the whole memory of and thinking, oh, I was so stressed out. Or,
planning.
I can't wait till I'm done.
I was so happy, you know, to be done.
A lot of brides come out. I never want to do that again. Loved it, hated it, but I'm done with it. Whereas I enjoyed the process, and I enjoyed.
That's so good.
No, really, I thought I was gonna be like Bookie for my wedding. I thought I was gonna be like.
Just calm, this is lovely. I loved the entire wedding process, so I'm very excited to give that to other future brides. So thank you both for being here. Thank you for sharing your experience.
Thank you for having us.
And this is actually very important for other brides. So I feel like a lot of brides should come out and speak about their experience.
And be transparent.
A lot of people don't know these things. They just feel like, okay, it's going to be easy breezy once I have a planner.
No,
it's not.
Yeah. And sometimes brides don't necessarily want to talk to everybody or start communicating with everybody. So having just one person that does that for you would be so helpful.
So amazing.
So helpful. So this.
Now you make me wish I want to plan another.
Where was this when I was planning my wedding?
1 year anniversary.
I could actually.
Exactly. So thank you guys for being here.
Of course.